Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Main Garden Travels. My name is Sarah. In case you are new here, I've gotten a lot of new subscribers recently, so thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I love to have new followers, and chances are pretty good I'll follow you back. So today I am cozy in my little house. It's pretty cool out there, as is most of the eastern seaboard at this point. We didn't get any snow from the giant snowstorm that everyone down south got, and so our ground is bare, but very hard at this point, and we don't have any snow in the forecast. So we had two great snowstorms, kind of back to back, and then everything melted and we haven't seen any snow since. So anyhow, I think I had more Christmas spirit going on when the snow was still on the ground, and now that it's melted, I kind of feel like, ooh, it should be springtime, but of course it's not. Being in the Northeast, we have many months of snow to go. I just was hoping for a little before Christmas, but we'll see what happens. So anyhow, today I am going to show you how we're preparing for Christmas, and actually show you a little craft that I enjoy doing each year, involving oranges. So why don't you come along? So to start this video, this little craft we're gonna do, you'll need a couple oranges, and we get this box every year from my mother-in-law. Unfortunately, she doesn't realize that because we live in Maine and she's sending it all the way to from Florida, the fruit is oftentimes frozen and not very good by the time it arrives. But this year, I think I got it before it had sat out in front of the house too long. But anyhow, I'm going to take just one orange to show you. So this really is a super simple craft, and I probably don't need to make a video about it. But because it's so cold out, I am not doing any gardening. I'm really not doing anything much outside. So as far as my hobbies and the kinds of things I'm doing now, most of my videos will probably revolve around some sort of a craft. Hopefully that's okay with you. But anyhow, so this is going to be an orange garland, and I'm probably going to use some cranberries that I actually have left over for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to take this orange, give it a quick wash, because even though it's going to be cooked or dehydrated, you never know what's on the skin of the orange. So we'll wash that, and then the next thing I'm going to do is cut the orange into slices. I would say I probably do less than 1/4 inch. I like them to be as skinny as possible, the slices, so that the orange is really see-through, and once hung in the window, you can really see through the orange and get the light through it, almost like a stained glass type of effect. All right, so here I am, my cutting board and my knife. I'm gonna go ahead and slice it. The little end here is where I'm going to start. First one can be pretty thick since there's not much orange on the inside of that. And then I'm gonna go fairly thin. Oh, it smells good. Ah, it smells great. So you can see that this one was a little too thin because I kind of chopped off, but that's okay. I'll still dehydrate it, and it will probably still come out beautiful. Now I'm going to use a dehydrator for this. Mine came from Cabela's. Actually, you can see right through it already. And it's a great dehydrator. We've used it mostly for vegetables at this point and a little bit of fruit. We've never tried meat in it, but my husband swears he will at some point. But anyhow, the temperature for the dehydrator that we're going to use, I believe, and I'll check when I go downstairs, is around 135 degrees. And this will probably it can take anywhere from just a few hours up to almost a full day. So almost a full 10 to 12 hours. You just really have to keep an eye on it. It kind of depends on how juicy your oranges are too. So I'm gonna finish this up. Here they are, nice and thin. I'm just gonna show you this one tray because I'm not doing a whole bunch of them today. Just one little garland. This one orange will be enough for one small garland to fit across my window. Okay, so the light's not the best down here, but this is our dehydrator. It's Bella's version 12 tray Pro Series. You can do the dehydrating in the oven. And I believe you could put it at about 125, 150 degrees, your lowest setting, really, and dehydrate for, like I said, up to 12 hours. Oh, wow. So look at these beauties. They're so pretty. I just pulled them out of the dehydrator. I did these for 6 hours, and they are nice and dry, kind of paper thin. No stickiness to them. They still have a nice orangey scent, a very faint orangey scent, which I'm sure hung up you won't be able to smell them, but you could probably add some orange essences to them. Orange essence? Orange essence. And give it a nice little scent. So as you can see, they're sort of clear. I actually like to use fishing line for a lot of different projects. This it's just some basic fishing line that I got at Walmart, and a little, just a needle, sewing needle, and all you do is pierce through one part of the orange. It can be the rind, but doesn't have to be. You can go right through the orange because it's really dry at this point. And all you're going to do is pull it all the way through. And actually, if you go through the rind or go through the orange in one spot, it's kind of nice to go through in 2 spots on one orange, so that when it's hanging, it'll hang like this, rather than if you went through, if you pull the line through in one spot, it will hang like that. So yeah, so basically I was actually out. Basically, you can either add a fresh cranberry or not. I did have some other ideas that you could use. So my girls and I recently did some spray painting of fall leaves, and we did silver leaves, and they came out really pretty, and you could add those on by maybe hot gluing them on. I'm not going to do that either. I'm just going to show you how this looks when it's done. So I actually wanted to talk about a Facebook post that I saw yesterday that I thought was kind of interesting, talking about the winter solstice. And I find that this craft is really good, a good Christmas craft, but also really a good winter solstice craft, as it's kind of a quiet activity, pretty easy. The post that I saw yesterday was nice. It was talking about the importance of winter solstice and how it's become connected with Christmas and commercialized, and you know how winter solstice was never supposed to be about the lights and the glitz and the glamour and the noise, as the Grinch would say, the noise. It's about the quiet inner peace that we feel this time of year, and refocusing our energies, thinking about the year that has passed and what went well and what didn't, and kind of looking inward. And it's a review of the year, but at the same time, the importance of not really hibernating, but almost just finding time for peace and quiet. And so I kind of feel like over time and with age, as far as for myself, I feel as though I like things to be quieter and, you know, more about spending time with my family and being in the moment in a peaceful way, kind of withdrawing from society for a little bit, maybe. And then come the new year, you're sort of rejuvenated and ready to get started with the year's plans. Now, so I just think this is so pretty. You can make it any length you want. I just wanted this to cover my window behind my dining room table. But they're fresh and light and airy and just a great color. What do you think? Let me know if this is something you've tried in the past or maybe something you'll try now that I've shown you. Yeah, let me know in the comments. So I think I'll be back with another craft soon. If you liked this, please give me a thumbs up so that I know that you're here and watching instead of the usual garden videos that I do. Maybe you like the craft ones as well. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. By the way, if you have any oranges left over, the pulp is actually amazing. Dehydrated. It's slightly bitter but very sweet and good. And actually the rind isn't so bad either. Enjoy!